Hello everybody, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we're going to do sort of a combination. I'm actually very curious of what's going to come about because I'm taking in consideration several requests or comments that you guys have made or questions, certain products. So I'm excited to do that. But then I wanted to try something with the Natasha Denona pastel palette combined with some Patmograph gel, and then of course everything else that you asked, which has to do with Chanel, with Merritt, with Charlotte Tilbury, with Lisa Eldridge. So it's one of those very combination. Plus I want to try something that is supposed to be trendy in 2022, not just a bronzer but a technique. So it's one of those videos that we'll see what happens. So if you're interested in all of that, please keep on watching. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. All right, so the first thing, I'm gonna apply a little bit of this Kiss Kiss, which I really love, but this is a Kiss Kiss. It has a bee in it. And this is a violet sort of gloss, not gloss, balm. But it feels so delicious in my lips. And nowadays I have two. This is Lavender Glow, and I put one or the other, so I'm glad to do that with you all. All right, where should we start? Oh my God. All right, well, the first is to answer one of your questions. So I tried a new blush the other day. This is Merritt, and this is the color Mood. There it is. And one of you asked if it was similar to the Chanel limited edition, which I think still available. This is Brune Brosy. Here it is, which is also in that sort of dark, see, very different. And my explanation to one of you answering your comment was this one, which is a Chanel, has a little bit of bronzing, but kind of peachy tone, if you notice. And I used it when I showed cases as a bronzer blush, some of those blushes that are back here. But I have definitely used it as a blush as well because of that peachy tone. So even though it's bronzing dark, but if you notice, the Mood is a lot more red, and it has a little bit of plum in it. So very, very different. But I don't think it's necessary that I actually put it in my cheeks because look, I mean, that is very, very noticeable how different. However, I had pulled it out to play with it. So I want to try one thing. So one of the things that I have mentioned or I have witnessed or I have seen, I don't know what to to call it, is the trend for bronzing. You know, we always do sort of a line here. You know, you see my natural shade. I'm not wearing absolutely nothing. Oh, I'm not even wearing foundation yet. Oh, should I add a little bit of foundation? Maybe I'll add a little bit here in the front in a little bit. Should I do that first? All right, let's play first. So what I was saying is bronzing usually goes like this. What I've been noticing, there's a dot that you apply there. You see that? You see there. And then once you apply that dot, it's kind of like you just shade like a little triangle. I mentioned kind of a skeleton. One of you guys made an excellent joke. You said, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this. You said now they're gonna come with chisels to do a skeleton thing. I wouldn't be surprised. So there it is. You see how this line comes? Yeah, so sort of like that. And then you just kind of go down and up. We'll try it. We'll try it a little bit. You see that? So in essence, you're not doing the thing here anymore. I think for my face shade, I prefer the other one because I like the diamond shape that I usually do because it brings focus into my eyes. Of course, it would all depend on your face. Let's see here. Your face shape, what is of your interest. but I have seen some pictures. If I find one, I'll insert it here, where I seen somebody from the side and all you see is a dark here, sort of like that one. I don't think, I mean, maybe it's some getting used to, but we'll do it for now, right? The reason I don't like this is because as we grow older, and I have mentioned this in the past, our face is kind of like this area kind of gets wider or more formal, you know, like that's part of growing up. And for most women, it's easy to put your hair here sort of falling, so that way you kind of shorten that wideness and you look younger. Of course, I cut my hair, so there's no way I can do that. And so I like to shade all that darker. And in that way, you know, my face, the same illusion happens, right? The light comes in the middle. So I guess now I can really kind of just bring some color in, you know, just so that happens. But then it's gonna be this, and then a space with nothing, and then dark again. So I don't think that will work. So I'm doing it very, very lightly, as you know, notice, but I am trying the skeleton effect. All right, so the second, so we have settled that. So the second thing that one of you was asking, and I did the last video seeing if it was a dupe between this and the Westman. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Pinkasm, and the Charlotte Tilbury, I mean the Westman Atelier Petal with the Lisa Eldridge Crystal Nebula. Now I did play with it in my hand as swatches. The tone was right. It's just the combination of the two textures wasn't. So I was not totally satisfied with what I show you. So I thought I will just put it on my face. So what we're gonna do, and just see. So again, this sort of product is used because it has so much highlighting. It is used sort of in the highlighting area of the cheek. You know, usually blush goes here, but because of now all the highlighting qualities of some blushes, you see I put it over here where it's usually where the highlight used to go. And this is a second trend that I see a lot in 2022. You know, the funny thing is I've been wanting to do a video on 2022 trends, and there's like 10 or 11 or 12 that I see, but I keep talking about it in all my other videos, and you know, is that giving it away or does it matter? I guess I'll repeat it, right? So so one of the other trends I keep seeing is that using the blush where the highlight used to be, and using blushes that have a little more color payout or highlighting quality. So right now I use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is very beloved. It's been sold out, you know. So there it has it. Now let's try on the other side what the subscriber recommended, which is the Westman Atelier Petal. And we're gonna use here. And let me clean the brush a little bit. All right, so now we're using this. And you know, the funny thing is, today my skin was feeling so good. I didn't even use foundation, guys. I mean, I have to use foundation when I'm gonna apply all this makeup, so it looks great. All right, so far, you tell me the difference. This is Westman Atelier Petal. Look how beautiful. I mean, I love Westman Atelier, you know this. And then this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Pink Orgasm, or Pinkasm. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit more. So when we swatch it in the last video that I show you in my hand, we recognize, or I recognize, that the tone was exactly. Now the finish wasn't. So, and also Westman Atelier, as time passes, kind of melts into your skin. I mean, that's one of the beauty of the clean beauty of Westman Atelier. It's also one of the looks that Westman, I mean, that's what Westman Atelier goes for, very natural, sort of your skin. So you see how this is starting to dissipate. And this one will stay like this because Charlotte Tilbury is more of that, you want to look finished. That's why I describe it as a Hollywood, you know, made out sort of way. But nevertheless, well, let me apply a little bit more of this, knowing that this is happening. And I must say, this technique about just a dot and doing this shade, I like it. What do you guys think? I mean, it's so natural instead of the whole bronzing and everything. I do like it. It brings this youngster sort of blush, youthful sort of way, right? I like it. All right, so now let's see if we can equalize the finish. So she talks about Lisa Eldridge Crystal Nebula. Now, the part when I was swatching it on my hand that was not working for me was that I was putting too much of the highlight. So I'm gonna apply it first there, and now I'm going to apply a little bit here as a highlight and sort of a little bit on top. And let's see if it dissipates as it did on the hand. Well, I love Lisa Eldridge highlight. It just gives, look at that, it's such a beautiful effect. Now I could have just gone with the Westman Atelier Lead Up as well. It's just that Lisa Eldridge probably has a little more but there you go. That is the, wow, that looks beautiful. And this is the, obviously, Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me see in real life. In real life, the Westman Atelier with Lisa Eldridge looks a little more reflective, more illuminating, believe it or not. This one looks a little more color payout. Now, usually when you use the Pinkasm from Charlotte Tilbury, you also use her Beauty One Illuminating. So let's see if that kind of makes it more similar. Because this one is definitely now more reflective. You can tell that, right? So that's not fair. Okay. All right, and now let me clean the brush and use it. I'm using the Sonia G Kabuki brush, and by the way. All right, look at that. Oh, so beautiful, right? So there you have it. Which one do you like better? The Charlotte Tilbury or the other combination? The truth of the matter is, in real life, now that I put both products on both sides, they look very similar. So for the subscriber that said that that is sort of a dupe, it is. I mean, seriously. Great. I'm even going to complete my makeup with this, and I don't think you would know that I'm wearing two different things. So, way to go. Thank you very much for that comment and suggestion. All right, hope that was useful. So now, where I wanted to try out today. Beautiful, right? I'm a little debateful of, because what I want to try in my eyes is a very cool tone. And obviously this is more rose gold. This is, even though it's pink and petal, very neutral, but so let's go ahead. So what I wanted to try, because some of you comment that you were tired of the peachy, orangey sort of colors for the summer. So I decided to go a little bit with pastels from Natasha Denona. Now I saw a look that was gorgeous with this all over the lid, the blue, and then this on the crease. But then I thought, what about purple all over the lid and this on the crease? And so we can try both, but I just want to go with the purple. So let's do that. So the first thing, I guess I should have applied a little bit of primer. All right, okay. My favorite primer is Rare Beauty lately, better than any of the others. This one is just so easy to use. It covers, dries super easy, and even though it's wet at the beginning, it dries as if it had been powder, and so I really appreciate that. Yes, you do have to kind of work fast because it dries out, but once it dries out, look how beautiful. Oh. And I have very sensitive eyes, and this does not bother my eyes, and it does protect me from the shades. So really recommend Rare Beauty. I have mentioned it in the past, and I really like it. So we're gonna go with Bora, this color all over the lid. Oh, so beautiful. I mean, it looks so purple in the panel, but it has a little bit of lilac in there. So beautiful, beautiful color. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna put a little bit, well, let's not go into the bottom just yet. Beautiful. And now I'm gonna use a little bit of the feather. I could go with feather or I could go with this, but I'm gonna go with feather because I wanted just this lilac, easy. It's sort of a smoky because we're going from dark to light. Right? So beautiful. I just think this is gorgeous. And then I am gonna bring that lilac under. And I'm gonna bring out I used to have a Marc Jacobs. I have here a Marc Jacobs lip liner in Blacker Berry. Let's see if I have, yeah, I still some there. There you go. So we're gonna apply it a little bit on the top. So I apply a little bit lining there, and of course in my waterline, and I apply a little more of the Bora Bora on top of it because I didn't want this very line up on the top since I'm doing the waterline on the bottom. Let me apply a little bit more on the top. So how is this looking? All right, let me finish the other side and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. You saw how easy and simple. I just put one shade and then the other. Of course, you can put them a little bit higher if you really wanted to showcase a little more. I mean, you know that I have very hooded eyes. I mean, this part falls quite a bit, so it doesn't help to show my shades, but you could move it a little higher if you wanted. I like it just like this. Now, this is what I want to try. Let's see if it works. Actually, I have here the Patmograph Cyber Clear Eye Gloss. Now, this has a little bit, you saw a little bit of those shades, so I just want to know how this will work. I'm going to swatch a little bit in my hand first. There it is. That is the shade in my lid. And now I'm going to apply a little bit of this gel on top of it. Oh yeah, it gives the effect that I'm looking for, which is just a little bit of shine. So let's try it on the lid. And of course, there are some shades in the palette that have a little bit of shimmer if that's what I wanted, but I just wanted to try this gel just like this, very nice and easy, very simple, and see if it made a big difference. I think it does, because I think it just gives it that without looking you know, like I could apply some of this. Do you see this color? Has a little bit of thing. Let me apply it on top of my shade here. Ooh, look what that did. You see this part? This part without, this with. So that could be another. And then there's this Duest, this other color. Let's see what that would do. On the other side, okay. That's what this did. You see that? That's nice, that's lovely. But I prefer what I did, which was just that gel. So we're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna apply mascara and I will be right back. All right, so I am back. Look how beautiful this turns out. I think I would like a little bit of a pinkish. If you know of any sort of very cool pink like this, let me know. Today I am going to pull out my Dior Rosy Cheeks just to pink out a little bit. Of course, that not necessarily is a good thing, look pink, 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 but I just figure that will bring it a little bit more in cohesiveness. You know, this Rosy Glows has been in my recommendations because it just brings, look at that. Oh yeah. Right? And then I'm gonna apply just one of the coolest highlighters that I have, which is the Clé de Peau. And the reason being is I just want to bring a little more coolness on top since I've been bringing this shades. There you go. I think that's as far. I don't think we need, because I do like that blush. I think it goes, even there's more on the rose gold cues and all that, but I think it goes as long as I bring a little bit of cool also on my lips. You know what would have been perfect? And I just decluttered it because it burst on me. But I had the Kevin Aquan gloss that was very sort of this sort of colors. So now I have no idea. Yes, of course. What did I pull? Not Lisa Eldridge. This is, oh, this is Charm. All right, let's apply this Charm and see what happens. I think it goes perfect. What do you guys think? Well, we did it. This is the final look. Hope you like it. It's not on the peachy, orangey look. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Absolutely. So if you haven't picked up the pastel palette, I really recommend. I showed in a video when I did the review how surprising this could be an everyday palette. So I don't remember what look I did. Did I use the blues or the lilacs? But it has so many other options. So I really recommend this palette if you want to rest from the you know, peaches and oranges and all of that. I think this is gorgeous and it really gives you this sort of subtle look. So I really recommend the Natasha Denona pastels, even though logic sort of doesn't say that you will like it. I've been enjoying it quite a bit, you could tell. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Please thumbs up, ring the bell on your right hand corner, and keep suggesting, keep asking, keep wondering. I love reading you and doing what you're suggesting. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.